Hello, Virgo. Welcome to our reading for the month of August, or whenever this video may find you. I know that some of you have August birthdays, so happy birthday to you if it is your birthday this month. And let's just get started with a little bit of energy clearing. Don't know how well the sound will pick up, but we've got beautiful frequency. Let's see what the primary energy of your reading for the month ahead is going to be. And as always, remember that you can take what resonates with you, you can leave what doesn't. And if this reading does not resonate with you, please do check out your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, or anywhere else in your chart, because I find that together they do really create the puzzle that creates our overall energy. All right, we're getting hidden treasure. Oh, we've got a little puppy dog in the background coming to join us, Miss Gracie. All right, so Virgo, we've got untapped potential just waiting to be explored this month, and I think that's a beautiful energy for us. I'm reading messages from the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle. This is by Kelly Smith. I love this deck. It's the one that I primarily use for these readings, and then if you're joining me for the extended later, we'll pull some cards from the Shaman's Dream as well as the Light Seer's Tarot. You can find the links to any of these decks down below in the description box, as well as the link to join the extended reading as well. So we do have untapped potential just waiting to be explored, and I say we because I am a Virgo as well. I've got a Virgo sun and a Virgo rising. I actually have a stellium in Virgo, so quite a lot of Virgo placements for myself. And I can feel this for me too. Like I feel like there's a huge transformation, a huge shift that's happening. And I know that I'm not the only one experiencing this. We're really shedding parts of us that are not in alignment with where we're going. And we're stepping into these new versions of ourselves. If you guys follow me on social media, you'll see that I just posted about this shamanic death that I've experienced. And I'm sure many of you have been experiencing as well. Do you ever have dreams where you're dying, or meditations where you get eaten or burned or anything like that? These are all shamanic deaths where we are releasing the parts of us that are no longer in alignment with a new version of us that is ready to emerge into the world. And of course, if you would get this message right before our season, right before Virgo season starts, I'd be really interested to see what happens for us next month. But let's continue on with this reading here, and let's just look at the challenge, because we've got to be real. There's light, there's shadow. It's wonderful to know that, we're going to explore our potential this month. That's a wonderful thing, but there is also a challenge and a struggle. So let's see what is going to be the biggest challenge for the Virgo collective in the month ahead, please. Okay, I'm getting healing with nature. We got to get outside. Come on, we're earth signs. We've got to get outside. Pachamama, Mother Earth Gaia, she is our greatest mother. And like any good mother, she wants to take our pain, she wants to take our suffering, she wants to take our hucha, our dark, dense, heavy energy. And it's not like we're giving her our trash when we sit with Mother Earth and we allow all of that negative energy to drain out of us and drain into the earth. We're not giving her our trash at all. In fact, Mother Earth will take all of our hucha and she will turn it into food for something else. She'll compost it. That's what Mother Earth does, right? So get outside. And I know that this time of year, it can be really, really hot depending on where you live. So it might be challenging to get outside, but remember, it's nice and cool in the morning, it's nice and cool in the evening, or if you're lucky enough to be near a lake, go and cool off in the lake. And speaking of, I've got to apologize that these readings are a little bit late this month. Some of you know that I have been manifesting a new acreage. So we moved out of our old house for August 1st. We're now in a temporary home. So welcome to my temporary home for the next 2 weeks. I'm actually looking out at the lake right now, and we're on an acreage, and yes, it's hot, and I'm sitting here in the air conditioning, but I've been going out in the evenings or the early mornings, and I've been getting outside as much and as often as I can. When we're cooped up inside of the air conditioning with all these portals, all these TVs, computers, phones, mirrors, windows, doors, all these portals, it's like the energy is not what it is outside. Go outside, hug a flippin' tree, Virgo. If you need to, hug a flippin' tree. One of the ways that I love to connect with Mother Earth is by giving an offering every day. I train in shamanism. If you're new here, I'm Jenny. I'm a shamanic healer. I'm a women's coach, and I do these videos. And in shamanism, I was taught to give an offering to the earth every day, and that roses are considered sacred. Even the leaves, not just the beautiful petals, but also the leaves are considered sacred. So I take 3 leaves every morning and I blow my love from my heart chakra, my wisdom from my third eye chakra, my power from my crown chakra, into those 3 leaves, and I give them as a gift to the earth. There's many different things that you can do for offerings to the earth, but it's a beautiful practice to really ground. Even if we just take a few moments to do it, those few moments will really help us to connect in with our true self. When we're centered, when we're grounded, when our energy is cleansed, protected, that is when we're going to show up as our best. Is there anything else here that will help the Virgo collective move through this challenge for the month ahead? So it's just coming to me that if healing with nature is a challenge for us, well, that's going to be what helps us the most, is actually getting out and healing in nature. But if it's showing up in the challenge position, that really tells me that a lot of us are going to have some resistance to that. A lot of us are going to have a lot of resistance to taking that time for ourselves. And that makes sense. We're the healer. We always want to be there for everybody else, do we not? And yes, that's important, but we can only show up for others as our best when we are prioritizing ourselves, prioritizing our me time, prioritizing, again, those spiritual practices, cleansing, grounding, protecting our energy. But let's see, what else does Spirit want to share with what will help us the most with this challenge in the month ahead? Okay, resolve. So there's been some indecision. There's been some really tough decisions that you have to make, some inner conflict that's been going on. You don't know if you're going to make these changes or those changes. You don't know if you're going to continue to align with these people or those people. I feel like people... that one's really sticking. I feel like for a lot of us, we're really focusing on what people do we want to surround ourselves with. Remember, we're the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with, and that includes people that we talk to on the phone, that includes people that we talk to online, that includes the pages that we're following on social media, things like that. Do the people that you spend the most of your time with, do they raise your energy or do they lower your energy? Again, we're the healer. So often it's common for the people that we are surrounding ourselves with to drain our energy if we are not conscious of cleansing, grounding, protecting our energy, building up our power, things like that. Then yeah, this could be something for us to really consider in this month ahead. Who do you want to have access to your energy? And interesting that my throat chakra is being activated right now. I feel like this is going to be some uncomfortable conversations, and the absolute best time to have uncomfortable conversations is after we've done these energy practices. I call it energy hygiene, cleanse, ground, protect. I've got some videos here on YouTube. I've got a meditation of how to cleanse, ground, protect your energy. I've got lots of meditations on the channel that you might actually enjoy. But this inner conflict where you need to make this decision, let me know in the comments, is this around people? Is this around the people that you surround yourself with? Or is this something else? I feel like for some of you, it could be around jobs as well. Maybe you've been considering leaving your job, starting a side hustle, things like that. You'll have to let me know in the comments how that is resonating with you. And let's see what will help the Virgo collective align with their highest path, their highest purpose, their highest destiny, their highest timeline in the month ahead, please. Okay, career transition. Isn't that funny? I was just picking up on the fact that some of you are considering your careers. So some of you are considering moving careers. Some of you are considering starting a side hustle. Some of you are considering going full-time in your side hustle, making that your full-time business, starting something new. There's definitely something here for you. Your soul is yearning for more purpose with what you do, and this is going to be different for all of us. Obviously, I'm biased. I do a lot of business reading. readings. I feel like if each and every one of us shows up in service using our own divine natural gifts, the gifts that we were born with, then the universe is going to provide those that we are meant to serve. And I've had that experience myself. I was a fat loss coach for 7 years. I had my own personal transformation. I lost 35 pounds after my spiritual awakening. I kept it off. I tried my hand at bodybuilding. Lately, I've been hiking a lot in this beautiful location. I've been down at the beach. It's funny. I'm going to post a TikTok video. I was hiking with my dogs and I was doing walking lunges with them. And then my daughter had this idea of, let's do 50 push-ups a day. So you guys, my shoulders, my chest, everything is so sore right now. And it's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful feeling because exercise is a beautiful way to move energy. But when I showed up in service using my gifts, like I had my own personal transformation. And I found, what worked, what didn't work. A lot of the times when we're dealing with a fat loss journey, it can be so uncomfortable and so challenging, but I found ways to make it fun and easy. And I shared that. And what happened was I built this beautiful business. I've served over 1,000 women in over 10 years now. And as my journey evolved, so did my business. I began doing spiritual alignment coaching. I began working with spiritual entrepreneurs. And now I've blended those worlds together in Nourish Your Temple program, where I help you heal from your core worthiness wound, whatever is stopping you from showing up as your best, whatever has caused you to not love yourself and love your body in the first place. It's really mind, body, and soul. And I feel like a lot of you are looking at your life experience and considering, okay, what gifts do I have to share with the world? So one way that you can determine if you're not quite sure yet what it is that you're meant to do is, what are you really good at? What do you know your stuff about? What do people come to you for advice on? I had a conversation with some new women that I met yesterday. These 3 women were like, oh my gosh, I've heard of this stuff, but it never really resonated. But the way that you talk about it, it just seems so easy, so effortless. And I'm really, really interested in it. And these are things that this is a part of my everyday life. Like I was just sharing stuff that, I do all day, every day, that is just being a part of who I am. And we do all have gifts that we can share with the world. Can we get a clarifier on this? Because I feel like not everyone is going to resonate with the career transition. The majority of us will, for Virgos, and you guys will see my career transition over the next little while as we get into our acreage. I'm going to be starting a homesteading channel here on YouTube. Maybe I'll just continue on this YouTube channel, but I'll be adding some homesteading videos. So if I have any homesteaders here on my channel, please let me know in the comments, because I'd love to see your stuff as well. I inherited 64 chickens and 1 rooster with my new property, so I have a lot to learn. We've got 12 acres. I'm going to be doing gardens and fruit trees and eventually goats and bees, but I've really got to take my time and pace myself. I don't want to bite off more than I can chew. But let's see if we can get more here on what will help the Virgo Collective align with our highest path, purpose, timeline, and destiny for the month ahead, please. Okay. Time to lighten up. You might be taking life a little bit too seriously. Okay. You might be taking life a little bit too seriously. That's us. That's Virgo in a nutshell. We get up here in our heads a lot, don't we? Yes, we do. We overanalyze. We can be really critical of ourselves. When I get the time to lighten up card for myself, what I really like to do is find ways to laugh. So my daughter, my husband, and I, we've been playing Yahtzee. And it's so funny because I'm like the queen of Yahtzee. I always win. I love it. I love it. I love it. But my husband kicked my butt the other day, and we laughed and laughed and laughed as we were playing because my daughter couldn't believe it. She's like, oh my gosh, I thought you're the one who always wins Yahtzee. Well, usually I do, but I don't know, your dad had a horseshoe up his butt or something. Go to a comedy show. Surround yourself with children. Children can absolutely help us tap into that joy, laughter, fun, play. Do fun things with kids, like, go paddle boarding and accidentally fall in the water, and don't be so serious about it. Like, who cares if your hair gets wet? It's not a big deal. Find ways to find more joy, laughter, fun, and play in the month ahead. Now, if you're joining me for the extended reading, again, I'll read some cards from the Shaman's Dream and the Light Seer's Tarot as well. When you join the extended reading, we also give you access to the Sacred Self-Empowered Community membership, where we meet at least twice a month on Zoom. The first call of the month is usually a ceremony, a healing ceremony, so you can receive some shamanic healing and a journey. The second call of the month is typically a group reading, so that gives us some one-on-one one time. I really love these calls, and I'm excited to see what new members join us this month. We've got a beautiful soul family, so I do hope to see you there. But let's end off with one last message for the Virgo collective for the month ahead, please. Okay, we're getting energy healer. Yeah, okay. So if you're getting hidden treasure, career transition, and energy healer all in the same reading, this really tells me, Virgo, the universe is just waiting for your gifts. They're just waiting for you to step into your role as the healer, as the light worker, as the star seed that you are, okay? The universe is ready because you have natural gifts. You have natural healing gifts, and the collective needs it right now. There's a lot of dark, dense, heavy energy. There's a lot of hucha in the collective right now, and your natural healing gifts are able to help the world. As light workers, we are here to raise the collective consciousness of the world. We are here to just be ourselves, step into our power. As I mentioned before, I do a lot of business readings, so if you want some clarity on what your own natural healing gifts are, if that's something that you're not certain of, I'd love to help you out with that. There's also a link down below in the description box for the one-on-one sessions. I only open up 5 of those a month, so make sure you check that out as soon as possible if this is speaking to you, and I do hope to see you on the